So we'll let Coach B open up.
Yeah, that was a great win, everybody. That was a really great win. I think you look at that and say, what do you mean? That was a great win. There's some games that you just got to grind out, and as time goes on, I find those are some of the best that you ever have. And to get that 8th win in the conference, to get the 18th win overall, you can see this. Steve's doing a tremendous job at Rutgers. They fought us tooth and nail every minute, and we just had enough. And we had enough grit. There was nothing pretty about that one at all. But sometimes those games that could be ugly are beautiful wins. They're beautiful wins for our kids to fight through all that when they could have went south when we went down 4. So I'm excited for Zach, who came out great in the first half. Derek in the second half. We did just enough to win the game, and we're excited about it.
Questions for Zach or Derek, please? Just go ahead.
Derek, what happened during the timeout with 6:38 to go? Then you guys went on the 10-0 run after that. You had been down 4. What was the discussion there?
So not to get rattled. Runs happen in the game, and you know, they're a really dangerous team. Actually, they got a lot of talent. So you know, throughout the game, we expected a run, and it just so happened to be at that time. So you know, Coach B did a great job of making sure everybody's on the same page, and we just came out and executed some plays down the stretch, and it kind of propelled us to the victory tonight.
Derek, what do you think is going on with the foul shooting right now for the whole team? Is that just a thing or what?
Honestly, I think we're thinking too much about it. Myself personally, and I know for a fact a couple other guys, just you want to make them so bad that you're kind of pressing, opposed to just shooting it and let it be what it is. And usually we're a really great foul shooting team, and it's very uncharacteristic. But I don't expect it to continue going forward.
Zach, it was a little bit sloppy there for a little while in terms of moving the ball around and stuff like that. Is that just a case of something they were doing in terms of pressure, or?
Yeah, you got to give them credit for their kind of 3/4 court press that they had. It was a little different than we hadn't seen before, but we figured out, got a game plan for it, and we finished strong.
Zach, what about the lift that Muhammad has been able to give you guys, especially from a 3-point range?
Yeah, Muhammad's playing really well lately on both ends of the floor, and especially when he's able to score the way he is. It definitely takes our team to the next level.
Derek, I mean, in these road games, you guys haven't really been able to avoid that run. And I mean, they kind of came at you with one tonight, but what was kind of different? How were you guys able to kind of pull through it?
Everybody in the country, you go on the road, this is the toughest thing to do is to win. And, especially with a team like Rutgers with so many talented guys at each position. And, tonight was just different. It was just a different type of feel for the guys. We didn't, weren't really, I wouldn't say we weren't worried, but it was a calm factor between everybody. We looked at each other across the line. Everybody had a calm factor. It was really composed. So, that was the difference in tonight's game. We just way more composed than we were on the road. We went down, and we had a face we just expected to win. So that was all the difference tonight.
What do you think about the job that Mo and DJ did down those big guys down low?
Well, they did a great job. It was point of emphasis going to the game. We had to control the boards, and I thought they did a good job with that. I don't think they got too many offensive rebounds. Only had 9.
And Williams had 6 of them.
And then just DJ and Mo on the offensive end. I mean, they had 8 combined, which is great to see, especially DJ having 6.
Zach, did you guys speak up in that huddle? I mean, was that all Coach Beilein in that late huddle, or was it two of you guys kind of say something?
I think it's a mixture of both. We just want to win. We didn't care how we got it done. It doesn't get chalked up as an ugly win. A win is a win in our eyes. We know at when it comes to February and March, player-led teams beat coach-led teams, and that's something we try to get better each game.
Derek, after you guys started really well, it was like 18-9 or something. It seemed like guys kind of got maybe a little loose with the ball. Were you guys maybe feeling a little bit too good about yourselves early on there, or what happened? What changed?
That's a great question. Actually, I think we just didn't do a great job of keeping our foot on the gas, and what was working tonight was getting out in transition. And I think we kind of settled a lot in transition. Myself personally, just taking, they gave us great shots, but we got good shots. I think we could have got great shots, but all the difference was, it's just not being as aggressive we were earlier in the game in transition. And like I said, we're early in the season. That's when this team is at its best, when we get out and run.
Anything else? Okay, fellas. Questions for Coach B?
Good job.
John, obviously what a loss would mean in terms of resume here and everything. Was that ever brought up to the team? Or you
No, not really. No, we're just talking about just win the next game. There's one game left on the schedule, win the next game. And obviously, every road game you get is important too. I hate seeing that 27 in there. but it's we've played really teams that are tough to beat at home. You know, we haven't had any teams that really don't have to do a great job at home, and so it was a really good win for us just to get it any way you can.
John, what's it about this team resolve? I mean, they made that run, they went up 4, and then you guys answered with that 10-0 run.
You know, I think it's just maybe we're at a point right now where they have confidence in themselves that they can either run our offense or run our defense, and just make enough plays to win a game. There was a long way to go, but I think the whole thing was during that time. Yeah, we were scoring, we were stopping, and our defense, they shot 40% tonight. So if you look at our trend the last 5 or 6 games, it's very positive. It's more the norm, and so we had to do that today. And I think if Williams is going to get to 6 rebounds, it's not close at that time, but he does. It's so odd to have a 2-guard go crash. So we're not used to boxing out, and you just can't flip that switch like that. He did a great job.
John, what does a win like this do confidence-wise, given coming off the Minnesota and the road record in general?
Well, this should be 4 out of 5 right now. And as I said, the road thing is, I think our teams, you know, we haven't killers on the road, but over time we're good. But look at the road teams we have played. We've played like really good teams. Who goes and say, oh, we'll go play South Carolina and UCLA on the road? And those are going to be our road games going into the conference. So we've worked really hard at that. We lost to Michigan State, Wisconsin on the road. Yeah, those are pretty good teams. So it's in the Big Ten, you're winning on the road is going to be really hard. Now, some teams have been able to do that, but maybe they haven't won at home like we have. So who knows? But it was big for us just to get another W. Road, anything, just get another W. Get into the point in the Big Ten that you're up in the higher spots, because this league is way underrated right now for how well it's going to do in March.
John, what about the free throws? What's your take
Yeah,
on that?
it's tough to. You almost stay away from it. We tried to do more quantity yesterday. We always do pressure ones, and we always shoot them, but we tried to do more quantity yesterday. And you know, we haven't had that situation that much. We had to do it to win a game, but it was early. You know, Rock was shooting 80%. Dunkies was shooting 90%. Derek shooting 90%, and all of a sudden they're going like 2 for 5. So that's not helpful to us. But I'm not going to touch it at all. We're just going to continue to practice it and put them in situations where they can have success in practice, so it transitions to games.
John, when things got a little scattershot in the second half, I mean, you were obviously really upset with the execution.
Yeah.
What were you looking for, and what went awry?
You know, their pressure, when they got us when they hit us with the pressure early, you know, when you don't have a lot of time to prepare, we saw it press. They hadn't done that. I think their length and their quickness. I mean, it's a really good defensive team, and we were just sloppy with it. I mean, we were sloppy. Fatigue could have a little factor on it, but we just got real sloppy with it. That was the biggest concern. I didn't mean, you know, we probably took too many threes. We got a little 3 happy, but at the same time, that's another no-no. I'm not going to say stop shooting threes, because all of a sudden everybody's going to be open. They got to trust them that they realize when they're not doing that. And I didn't trust them there. That we got to take care of the ball. But we blew up that play before the timeout and the turnover. We had run it. One guy just was, you know, in the huddle. Sometimes one guy just misses one adjustment and it blew it up. I was more upset about that than the fact that we didn't get a basket.
And especially in those first 5-10 minutes, the way you guys established yourself on the glass, did they show you something new with that?
Yeah, you know, DJ had. We showed something to DJ. DJ had 2 offensive rebounds the last 5 games. You know, and I didn't even noticed it. And he was averaging 2 rebounds a game. Mo's been getting 6 rebounds a game for us. And that's a huge number. But DJ had 2, and we told him about it. Now he just had 6. So that's he's just got to go there. He's just got to go there, and he did.
A lot of them were tap outs. It seemed
Yeah,
like
yeah,
was that strategy?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you know, we were shooting a lot of 3s, so that's a longer thing. But yeah, and it's funny. The tap out is an incredibly good play to make, and some guys can just do it, and some guys can't do it. And we're finally getting to that point where we realize you got all these guys back, just tap it out. But they were long rebounds, which is fortunate. We were missing so badly that they had long rebounds. We ended up getting the ball.
Anything further?
I feel like Duncan's being too hesitant. It looks like he keeps getting open shots.
You know, here's what everybody's doing with him. They're making him dribble. They're diving at him. They're just running at him as fast as they can, and he's got to shoot it quickly. And he's got to be able to shoot it quickly or just drive it. Like the one time the 7-footer comes out in the press and he doesn't shoot it or drive it. You know, he's got to be. I love the shot he did make, but he looked a little hesitant tonight. And so we'll talk about that and make sure he knows he's got a green light.
Is this how you imagine getting your 500 one at the D1 level?
I didn't know it was again. I did not know it was, but I didn't know if I'd ever be a Division I coach ever. When I didn't get the Colgate job a long time ago, I said, this is it, that was my only shot. And so I'm really pleased that it's all worked out. That's 500 at Division I. So I've been really lucky. Canisius gave me a break, a huge break, and so did Richmond, and so did West Virginia and Michigan. So really been blessed with good staff, good coaches.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Good players, really good players.